All right, guys. Happy Saturday, Creator Mom. So, how I wanted to talk about yesterday. We had a really good day, really amazing lemonade stand experience. I noticed that for me, processing feelings of happiness, joy, excitement, feeling proud of oneself, feeling accomplished, feeling the emotion of receiving, receiving generosity. All of these are really like heightened and stressful emotions for me, I think, or they're perceived as like that. And I find that within me, those emotions and those things might be perceived as unsafe, possibly. Unsafe emotions. And I think I really had an important revelation today, and some type of deeper understanding about myself. And I just want to share this because, I don't know, I think it's cool to share for someone to share their process. And for, like, it could be encouraging for us to get to know ourselves and stuff like that. So anyways, there was a lot of like good heightened emotions, and I was trying to like talk to myself and say, like, it's it's safe to feel happy, it's safe to feel excited, it's safe to feel joyful, it's safe to feel a sense of accomplishment, it's safe to feel the feelings of someone having been generous to you. Like, that is safe. It is safe. It is safe. But I don't think that was enough to communicate to my nervous system that, like, everything is fine and everything is safe. I think so, because that didn't really translate into my nervous system. I didn't realize that, though. I didn't really realize it in the moment. I was kind of like fine, but I didn't realize that maybe I was still in like a sympathetic nervous system. So anyways, that didn't really work. And so that was earlier during the day. But in the evening, maybe like around 7:30 or so, 7, went to the store. And now, mind you, I'm not thinking anything is connected here. I am totally have no awareness of this. So I go to the store, and I think before I got to the store, I was like, I think I feel like having some beer tonight. I think I want like a few beers, I just maybe like a lemon shandy, something like that, So then go to the store, and I'm thinking, should I really spend money on getting beer? Like, that's, and then I thought, well, I don't crave it often. I don't have it every weekend or whatever. But usually when I desire it truly from the inside, like, I'll just get it and treat myself to it, and it'll be great. So I ended up getting it, even though I was still kind of conflicted about it. It was about spending money on beer, But I just did it anyways. I just justified it by saying, like, I don't do it often. And I wanted it, I didn't think it was anything bad about it. And not that there's anything wrong with drinking beer. I don't believe there's anything wrong with drinking beer. 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 If you enjoy it, and you're not getting, like, shit-faced drunk where you're, what I'm saying? Like, quality of life, Quality of life. So I got this beer, came back home, and we were we're gonna grill out. We're just gonna grill some steak, have some hot dogs, hamburgers, hamburgers. And now kids want to come and eat from my grill, and they want to have s'mores and stuff when we're out. So, like, I'm just like, I'm feeding the neighborhood kids too. I don't know, kind of. which I'm not sure how to exactly feel about, but I don't want to be stingy either. And you know what I mean? It's just like, some kids are like, can I have a s'more? And you're like, okay, you can have one. You give them one and they're satisfied. They kind of have like a boundary a little bit inside. But some kids, they don't have no shame in their game whatsoever. And like this one kid was like, had a s'more, and I got the big gigantic marshmallows, the big ones, fire camp ones. And he had one, and he was like, can I have another one? I want another one. There was no pleases, no thank yous. But you know what? Jay Reed says something about how it's healthy in a way to take people for granted, but not the way he explained it was good. If you watch his video about it, you know, like, you're not afraid to get attacked. Like a narcissistic person might be like, you're fucking selfish or something like that, you know. But I was observing how this kid just didn't really, and he wasn't trying to be rude. It just wasn't like in him or whatever, I guess, to be like, thank you so much, or, you know, maybe his parents aren't narcissistic, I don't know. So I'm not saying that if a kid says thank you, their parents are narcs. I'm not saying that either. But I think somebody out there might know what I'm saying. Anyways, so he asked for another one, and then after so I said, all right. Then after he had the second one, he's like, can I have another one? And I thought, how many s'mores could this kid eat, you know? Kids are hungry because they're growing and they're running around playing all day and stuff like that. But anyways, I had to cap him off. I don't know, after 2 or 3. I was like, all right, that's enough. So anyways, and then when we cooked out yesterday, this one little kid came over and was like, I want a hot dog. You know, they just come over and act like it's just like an event, you know, that they're just gonna come and ask for food. Excuse me. They don't see it as like you're having a private cookout, you know. They see it as they're entitled also to some of your food or whatever. Maybe that's how they see it. I erased that. They're kids. They probably don't see it anyway. They're just simply asking for a freaking hot dog, you know. Anyways, whatever. So I gave the little guy a hot dog, and then he was like, can I have a hamburger? And how can you deny a kid that says hamburger a hamburger? So anyways, during this all, I was enjoying my beers, you know, having a nice time, and didn't think anything of it until this morning. So this morning I was thinking, I was just doing my meditation and my self-inquiry and stuff like that, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And it was like, the drinking yesterday, last night, this is my theory, was a firefighter. In IFS, you have your managers and firefighters. And I think that when the manager is not able to get rid of the unsafe feeling and emotion, that the firefighter comes in to do something compulsive or something numbing. I think that's what the paperwork said. So I was like, oh my God, is it possible that I had a desire to get those beers yesterday because of, you know, it was like the firefighter. Oh, I felt the glory on that when I said firefighter. I don't know why, I guess. But yeah, I felt that. Woo. It's like the firefighter came and was like, okay, we're going to numb this. We're going to numb this out. We're going to depress everything you felt today, like all this generosity, all this goodness that you were feeling, all this good feelings and joy that maybe you don't know what to do with. You don't know what to do with these emotions. They're scary. We're going to come and help you, and we're going to numb this out. Bring you to depress you, not depression, but you know how alcohol is a depressant, you know, to bring those things back down. And the people might call this self-sab, right? Self-sabotage. I don't know. But, you know, in this theory, this is what it's supposed to be helping you. So it's helping you to numb out, to come down, you know? come down off this joy and all this good stuff. You can't have that. Like, that's not safe. So I was like, wow. Because the desire that I had for the beer seemed pure, you know, like, oh, I just want it. I didn't know that it was that it could be possibly so ingrained in my system, my nervous system. Sure, it was a pure desire. It was a pure desire for self-protection, for self-soothing even, maybe, that I wasn't like consciously aware of. But my nervous system was taking care of me, you know what I'm saying? It was trying to help me, I feel like. Because the desire felt good, you know? But the thing with drinking alcohol is that it doesn't always feel that great the next day, you know? You feel a little off, or maybe you got a little headache or something like that, you know? So it's probably kind of a little maladaptive. Not that I don't ever want to drink beer again. I love drinking beer. But I think that when I drink a beer for, I don't know, maybe when I drink a beer for pure enjoyment because I just want to taste it, which I did want to taste it too. I like that lemon shandy. Maybe just have one, you know, one or two. But when you slam the case and have 5 in a row, you know, maybe that's the nervous system, like, we're numbing out, you know, we're gonna but it's weird because when you drink beer, it's like you're having fun too, but I guess something else is happening on a deeper level intrinsically. You're knocking yourself back down, you know, off those unsafe emotions. So anyways, it's 11, almost 12 minutes now, and I hope that this helps somebody. I don't know. I love sharing my process. I think it's fun. I think it's fun getting different understandings and realizations about oneself. And this can help me. This could help me in the future. Because I had no idea that one part of my day could have been connected to that. Didn't even cross my mind until after the fact. They say, right? Retrospect or hind vision is 2020. It's like, oh wow, did these events possibly like connect? That is crazy. What emotions are unsafe for you? For some people, feelings of sadness. I think that feeling too happy and feeling like so good were too vulnerable for me. It had to shut down. It had to shut down. And then a guy being generous to us, generous to my son, which I'm not saying that narcissist people don't use gifts to reel you in. You know, my flags go up right away because, again, I'm used to strings attached. I'm used to what's the catch here, you know? A little bit of suspicion, you know what I'm saying? Because it's self-protection. So, my son hasn't, it doesn't think like that, you know? Which is good. So, yeah. Yep. I guess that's about it. That those two things were connected. And oh yeah, what I was saying was, what do you feel like is an unsafe emotion? When you feel sad, is that unsafe? It's like, do you have to reach for something maladaptive when you feel sad? It's probably like the basis, maybe part of the basis of drug and alcohol addiction, possibly, too. It's a self-soothing mechanism, self-numbing, which I think is pretty common knowledge. I think everyone kind of like knows that in a way. But if for someone who doesn't really have like alcoholism, you know what I'm saying, it's probably like a little bit harder to put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, so sometimes, and I was also thinking how feeling out of control or feeling like you're not in control of things, that can be a vulnerable emotion for somebody. And it made me think about like anorexia. You know, I don't know, that's what they say. They say it's like about control or whatever. Maybe it's all about control, you know? Maybe when things are elevated for me, I feel like they're out of control. Maybe that's a sensation of out of control for me, and I have to reach to bring that down in. I don't know. Yeah, is receiving generosity, is that an unsafe emotion? An unsafe thing, you know? Anyways, I think I'm just gonna stop here after 15 minutes, and have a wonderful rest of your day.